Hi, welcome to Fatmata Speaks. So today we're talking about our hip. Our hip is one of the most important region of our body because it connects the upper and the lower body together. And it also plays a huge role in our movements, in our posture, as well as in our emotional expression. It's located between the pelvis as well as the femur and has some of the major muscle group working together in it, on it, with it. One of the main functions of the hips is basically that it helps us move. It helps us kick out our legs, help us kick back, help us move to the side, and help us change directions. This is very important when we run, jump, or climb. But the hips also help stabilize our pelvis as well as our knees and our spine. And as the middle point of the body, it helps us shift around pressure from the lower bottom to up and the other way around. And this also helps us, when we lift certain things or when we do some athletics performance and also everyday tasks. So the hips, they're doing things for us. They are helping us out there. So let's take a moment to just express gratitude towards them. I'm gonna hold my hip. For this one, I'm just gonna hold it so that I can express words of gratitude directly towards it. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for being healthy. Thank you for holding my upper and lower body together. Thank you for shifting things, the force and the pressure, so that when I walk, I have little to no struggle. When I jump, I have little to no struggle. And thank you for stabilizing my knees and my spine and helping me stay upright. Thank you for the heavy lifting, and thank you as well for the small lifting that you do. Thank you for being in my body, and thank you for doing what you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So since our hips are doing so much for us, we have to take care of them. And one way to take care of them is basically to strengthen the muscles that are in them and around them. Healthy muscles, strong muscles help the body function properly. So we can do, for example, hip thrust, and we can do some squat, squeeze properly when you come up, and we can also do some resistance walking with the band, with a rubber band. Yeah, that also helps strengthen the hips. Okay, and we can also try to work on improving the flexibility that we have in our hips, because some of us are not flexible. Ooh, we're not, but we can still work on it. We can learn to stretch, bit by bit. Don't just go from doing nothing and then try to do a squat, like a, how do you call it? How do you call that? I don't remember it. The one that looks like a Y in a way. Is it like a Y or a T? An upside down T. A split. Oh my god, that took a while. Yeah, don't go from nothing and then try to do a split, because that's just gonna hurt you. Do it bit by bit. We'll try to stretch your body as often as you can. Another thing that we can do is fix some of our habits. I know some of our jobs we can't just we can just change our habit because of them. But if you find yourself sitting for too long, for a prolonged period, then try to get up in between, have like a 2-minute break in between, and just stand, move, twist around, stretch your body there and there. And if you find yourself standing for a long period of time, then also try to shift your movement around a little bit, just so that the hip is not having too much pressure the whole time. And try to maintain strength as best as you can in your hips, okay? Try to maintain strength. And another thing that you can do, which feels really good, we all love this, which is basically to have a warm bath, okay? it's relaxing, and that is what the hips sometimes need. Sometimes it needs to relax and release. So those are some of the things that we can do to to take care of our hips. So if you have more ideas, write that in the comment. Let's share so that we can all have healthy hips that moves and click as they should. As always, there's a connection between the mind, the body, and the soul. Okay? And our hips, they're no exception to this one. Our hips are doing emotionally way more than we realize. You see, our hips, they store the emotions that we have from past and present experiences. And they store a lot. And if we don't if we don't release it on a regular basis, it can lead to some blockages. Because in our hips, we have two chakras. We have the sacral chakra and we have the root chakra. The root chakra is connected with our groundedness, our survival, and safety. So when we feel safe in life, life feels much easier. We feel safe to do things. We feel safe to move around. We feel balanced. We feel supported. However, when our root chakra is in imbalance, we're afraid. We don't feel safe. We're afraid of intimacy. We're afraid of moving forward in life in general. Our sacral chakra, on the other hand, it's connected to our creative expressions, our fluidity in life, our sexuality, as well as our relationships. When the sacral chakra is in balance, life just feels easy, it feels enjoyable, and we experience lots of joyful emotions. But when our sacral chakra is in imbalance, then we feel blockage, we feel less pleasure, and sex is not fun anymore. And there's a lot of suppressed emotions going on there, and you just feel blocked in life. So yes, it's very important for us to keep our sacral chakra as well as our root chakra, which are both in our hips, in balance. That means we need to regularly release, talk about things, let it go. Don't hold on to things too much. And one of the ways to release such emotions in our hips is by doing yoga. If you have any preconditions with your knees, your hips, then do this with a professional, someone who actually understands the body and yoga. And if you don't want to do yoga, you can just do certain movements. Speak with your doctor before doing that if you have any preconditions. And you can also breathe. Through breathing, you can let go of things, but you have to actively try to let go of suppressed emotions, of regrets, of shame. You have to let it go because your hips are already doing enough. Your chakras need to be in balance. It needs to be balanced, okay? How do I identify pressure, tension in my hips? Sometimes we feel the physical manifestation of it. We feel the pain, we feel this discomfort, and we feel the tightness. When that happens, that means it's there. However, there are certain types of discomfort that we do not register on the physical level. And in order to identify them, to see them and pick them out and then address them, we have to check in with ourselves. I wrote down a couple of questions that you can ask yourself, and if you answer more than two with yes, then you have some tensions in your hips, and you have to release them. You have to work with a professional to help you release them. You can work with me in L&A session to talk about it, but when it comes to the physical release of it, try yoga. Yoga really does help, and try to do this with a professional. Okay? So here are the questions. Question 1. Question 1 is your body in fight or flight response? Because some of us are constantly operating from flight and fight response. And how to notice it is when you enter a room, where do you stand? Do you stand at the middle, the center of the room? Or do you go at the corner? Do you go in the corner? Or do you stand next to an exit? Those are signs that you are preparing yourself to escape. That means you are not feeling safe, meaning your root chakra is not balanced. The second question is, do you feel tightness or compressed feelings in your lower back or hips? Now, if you're standing because of your work, that is a different story. But if you have no indication in your 3D, that should result in you feeling pressure or compressed feeling or tightness in your lower back. And if you have not been lying down too much and too long, then you should check in with yourself. Most likely you're currently undergoing something that is putting too much pressure on you. Another question to ask is, do you feel relaxed during intercourse and during your solo sessions? You see, when you feel imbalanced, especially your sacred chakra, when it's balanced, you should be able to enjoy pleasure. It shouldn't feel rushed. It shouldn't feel shameful. It shouldn't feel anything but enjoyable. If you feel certain pain, then check with your OBGYN. Maybe you'll have some restrictions down there, physical restrictions. But if there's none of that sort, then you should be able to enjoy pleasure. But if you cannot enjoy pleasure during intercourse, and intercourse, it can happen depending who your partner is and how deep the connection is. But during your solo sessions, you should be able to experience something. If it's not an orgasm, then it has to be something pleasurable. It has to be pleasurable. Not all of us can O. I don't know if it's a biological situation, but not all of us can O from intercourse. But during solo session, we all can have some pleasant experience of a sort. So if you find yourself not getting that, then check to see if your sacred chakra is balanced. Most likely it isn't. And another question also ties with that, the previous question is, do you enjoy pleasurable moments? Because let's be honest, some of us will be at the center of a party but still not having a good time. We will still not be having a good time. I don't know why. But if you find yourself not being able to experience joy and there's no indicator for it in your 3D life that you should not be able to experience it, then check in with yourself. You might be depressed, which already is a sign of imbalance, or you might not be feeling safe, either with the people that you're with or the parties or the place that you're in has some dangerous or signalizes some danger. And if that happens, then please leave and get yourself to a safe place. Be around people that you trust, be around people that you know will stand up for you. Okay? And the other question that I wrote down is, this one is more of a physical sensation. Do you feel dull pain in your hips? If there is no medical reason for that, then it's just your emotion trying to signalize to you that this has gone way too long and we're extending it to the 3D, to the physical level, so that you can actually pick it up. You can actually pick up on it. Your body is constantly speaking with you. You just have to listen. The last question I have is, do you feel restriction when you rotate your hips? Again, if there's no medical, no physical evidence for that happening, then most likely it's emotional. If you've experienced some sort of discomfort from answering these questions, then check in with yourself. Most likely you put in shame in front of well-being, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Shame has no place in here. Regret shouldn't have place in here as well. This is your life. This is your body. If it tells you something, it's your responsibility to look at it. It's your responsibility to take a closer look, and it's your responsibility to address it. So don't shy away from the signals that your body is sending you, and always check in with your doctor. Holistic doctor and Western doctor, and I don't know, acupuncture, traditional doctors. Just check in with doctors and make sure they're good ones, because sometimes some doctors, the diagnosis is not right. It's not right. So I came up with more questions that you can ask yourself that are not connected to your hips, but like just your general life. And because general life is the experience that is being stored in our hips, so checking in on those experiences could help you, could provide you with answers to why your hip is reacting the way it is. Okay, so these are the questions that I wrote down. Okay, 1, am I okay? Seriously, answer that honestly. 2, did I experience a shock recently? Life happens, it's okay. 3, did I experience heartbreak? Be honest with yourself, relationship can go sour, it's okay. 4, is shame, trauma dominating? Is shame, trauma, and fear dominating my life currently? That is something we need to talk about, because if they are, they're causing chaos, they're causing havoc in our life. We don't need them. Everything has its place, but shame does not have its place in our lives. Okay, trauma as well, you can work with some professional to get you through that. Okay. And number 5, have I been thinking about the past, and is it bringing up certain emotions that are upsetting my current being? Like I said, all of these questions, you have to be honest, and when you answer them, you have to be honest. Only honesty will help you see the big picture, will help you see how you are currently. The 6th question is, am I living the life that I truly want? Because by compromising sometimes, to a certain extent, we're depriving ourselves, okay? And when you deprive yourself, your body's going to tell you that it's not getting what it wants. And your soul is also going to tell you that it's not getting what it wants. And the only way sometimes to communicate that is through the body, through the physical body. So when your body is making poof and check in with yourself, okay? 2, 4, 6. Okay. The 7th question is, how is my sex life? We all have one, even if we're not active with other people. We can be active with ourselves. It's okay. It's not a sin. It's good to have healthy pelvis, to be honest. And 2, 4, 6, 8. And the last question is, how is the relationship between pleasure and me? It's a good question to ask, to be honest. Are you enjoying life, or are you not? Are you enjoying the good things that are happening in your life, or are you not? So, as I previously stated, always answer those questions with honesty, because honesty is the only policy that will help you grow. And if you need help with answering some of those questions, you can check out my LNA session, and together we can try to get to the root of things, and then you can move forward to a specialist to help you deal with the matters. But if you need help at the beginning to just, identify and see those things, you can book my LNA session. The link is down in the caption below. So you see, our hips, they're more than just joints. They're more than just muscles. They play a vital role in our well-being. So let's take care of them, and let's keep them strong and healthy, and let's release whatever needs to be released regularly. Take care of your body. It's yours. Have a blessed week. Bye.